Welcome back, night travelers, to another edition of the Unseen Hour. I'm Mark Bishop, and if you thought last week's dive into skinwalkers was intense, buckle up, because tonight we're heading deep into the forests of North America, a place where whispers of something large, elusive, and impossible have echoed for centuries. I'm talking, of course, about Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the towering ape-man who might be watching you from the shadows. And as always, joining me in the studio is the brilliant folklorist and my co-investigator of the unknown, Sarah Delaney.
Thanks, Mark. It's good to be back, though I'll admit, this topic unsettles me in a different way than skinwalkers. Maybe it's because the woods have always been a place of mystery, of primal fear. Bigfoot, whether he's myth or monster, taps right into that feeling that something is just beyond the trees. Not seen, not heard, but known, like the breath of a story carried on the wind.
And this isn't just a modern legend. People have been reporting creatures like this for centuries, even millennia, right?
Exactly. Almost every indigenous culture in North America has a version of this creature. The skookum of the Pacific Northwest, the stone giants of the Iroquois, the bukwas of the Kwakwakak. These aren't just curiosities, they're woven into cultural memory, sometimes as protectors, other times as warnings.
And it's not just tribal legends. Early European settlers reported wild men, hair-covered giants. Even President Theodore Roosevelt wrote about a strange attack on trappers in the Bitterroot Mountains. That story never sat right with me.
Yes, that accounts from the wilderness hunter, and it's chilling. One man vanishes, the other is left traumatized, and the signs, massive tracks, mutilated camp, don't point to a bear. Roosevelt was a naturalist. He knew bears. This was different, and it speaks to something that lingers in the land.
There's a line I remember from a Lummi elder. He said Bigfoot isn't a monster. He's a teacher, a guardian of balance. He only shows himself when something is wrong, when the land is suffering.
I've heard that too. In those traditions, Sasquatch isn't just an animal, he's a spirit being, a boundary walker, sometimes physical, sometimes not, a creature of two worlds. And he's not just hiding for survival, he's hiding because we're not ready to face him.
That hits different. You know, when people show me blurry photos or shaky videos, I used to laugh. I used to think, how hard is it to photograph a big hairy creature? But maybe that's the wrong question.
Maybe the question is, does he allow himself to be seen? And if so, why you? Why then? What does it mean?
So tonight we're going to go deeper. From the earliest myths to modern encounters, we'll look at footprints, folklore, and fear. And we'll explore the possibility that Bigfoot isn't just a creature of the woods, but a reflection of our own forgotten nature.
And to set the tone, I want listeners to do one thing for me. Picture yourself alone, walking a forest trail at dusk. You hear birdsong fade, wind in the branches. Then silence, heavy, deliberate silence. Something's watching. Not a bear, not a man, something in between. That's where we're going tonight.
Stay with us. This is the Unseen Hour.